Hey everyone, welcome to another build video, continuing on from the last Void one, which actually went out there and did pretty well for itself. So, I decided to throw one up for each of the other subclasses that I currently have builds for. I usually keep one main build on hand for each subclass, so this time we will be taking a look at Arc and my favorite way to run my Arc subclass. We are looking at, for our Stormcaller, using Chaos Reach. Chaos Reach is wonderful. I've always liked this super, even when it kind of sucked. It's just one of my favorite thematically, honestly. If you're a fan of Storm Trance, that would work just as well. But part of our boss damage is using Chaos Reach, so it's a give or take, depending on what you want to do. We're going to be using Healing Rift because we're going to be pairing that with some Arc Souls for some survivability and some offensive capabilities. Strafe Glide is always the way to go. Warlocks need a lot of control. If you mess up your jump, there's no going back up. You know what I mean? You falling. Chain Lightning. I like this a lot better than Ball Lightning, strictly because it has a shorter cooldown and I like arcing it to nearby enemies. I find that to be a lot easier than hitting multiple enemies with the Ball Lightning. Flashbang Grenade. Now this one is one that not a lot of people use, but I feel like it synergizes pretty well with this build, and you will see why. Electrostatic Mine. Defeating targets with arc abilities or defeating jolted or blinded targets creates an ionic trace. Collecting an ionic trace makes you amplified. So staying amplified is going to be super easy, and getting those ionic traces is also going to be easy because we are going to be using the grenade that blinds targets, and our grenade also has a secondary effect. It's going to be jolting targets at the same time. So everything hit by that thing is gonna be giving you ionic traces. So our Arc Soul, when we get amplified, is gonna be supercharged as part of the Arc Soul aspect. Our fragments, our first one, Spark of Resistance. While surrounded by combatants, you're more resistant to incoming damage, and plus 10 strength for faster region of that melee. Spark of Beacons. While you're amplified, your arc special weapon final blows create a blinding explosion. That's going to be wonderful for the special weapon we are using. Spark of Shock, as I've already stated, this is going to be wonderful. Spark of Magnitude. Get extra pulses from your pulse grenade. Awesome. Self-explanatory why that's awesome. So, gear. Ragnall D. If you don't have this, go out and craft it. It's wonderful. Don't have everything enhanced yet, but Corkscrew, Assault Mag for a faster rate of fire. Subsistence, because if you kill your target, you will get your round back and you can just keep going target to target to target. Demolitionist, because this version of Demolitionist gives you way more energy back per kill. And Major Spec to just blow down any majors in your way. Brigand's Law. If I was going to recommend you grind anything from Season of the Plunder, it is this one right here. This gun. With the range and this build. Hammer Forged. Accurized rounds. Pugilist. Final blows with this weapon generate improved melee energy. Dealing melee damage briefly improve this weapon's handling. Volt Shot. Reloading this weapon after feeding a target overcharges this weapon for an improved short Learn how to talk. English is hard. Short period of time, causing it to jolt on next hit. I love this perk. I would have it on every arc weapon. It's wonderful. And Right Hook. Dealing melee damage gives weapon increased target acquisition and range, which is great. Having more range on a sidearm is always awesome. And Major Spec as always. Thunderlord. This is the option to take care of overload champions and even do boss TPS if you have the Thunderlord Catalyst that causes lightning strikes while shooting, and then those lightning strikes reload your magazine partially. It's awesome. 10 out of 10 weapon. Also, side note, 10 out of 10 ornament. Like, look at that. Like, that's cool. But, ooh. Alright. Crown of Tempests. This is an awesome exotic built for resilience, for this particular thing. Discipline and strength for that ability. Cooldown. And we're going to be using Font of Wisdom as our mod to bring us to practically full intellect when we grab any kind of well. Harmonic Siphon to make orbs just to get that extra super energy. Ashes to assets to get that super energy on grenade kills. Gloves, we're going to use elemental armaments, sidearm loader, and momentum transfer to get a little bit more melee energy when you hit something with your grenade. This is fantastic, and you can absolutely double stack it, but I love Brigand's Law and I love using it, so I'm choosing sidearm loader. Feel free to choose whatever you want right there. Font of Might. Font of Might is wonderful, staple of all my builds. All my builds pretty much use wells because it's just not even in a competition. KETCHKILLER'S boost. Yeah, these we are not using grenade launcher. What is that? We're using shotguns. We're using seeking wells so that we can get those wells to us even faster. And why not? Let's put on invigoration to reduce melee cooldown when we pick up an orb of power. Let's do that since we saved an energy. As we're making orbs of power with the harmonic siphon while we're getting kills with Brigand's Law. This is synergy. And for the bond, the last thing, this season using solo operative because I run solo a lot of the time and it's just free damage. But if you're not using any, I would most likely run distribution right here and then outreach right here to get my cooldowns to go down even further. And of course elemental ordnance to get that well on grenade kill. So let's see this build in action.
A death singer's dirge. It's Zivu's battle song.
Welcome, backstabbers. I see you've returned to pillage more of my work in order to fix your own mistakes. Do you really
Alright my friends, if you liked that video, hit the like button and subscribe if you want to see some more random videos. And when I say random, I upload just about anything that I would love to share with y'all, whether that's a review, a full playthrough of a game I'm playing, or just something I thought was hilarious. I'm Havoc Fanatic, and I look forward to talking to y'all next time.